I'm Mina. I have two younger brothers who are twins. My mother was constantly telling us how we don't have much money, so I started working part-time after getting into university. I put all the money I made into the family account. Sorry, Mina, for making you do this. It's fine. I want Rhea and Kazuo to go to university as well, so I think I'm cut out for the job. I really enjoy it. I worked at a restaurant. The manager is a nice person and the staff was really close. I enjoyed every single day. But there were things I didn't like about my job either.
Hey! I told you to bring me a beer, girl! Hurry up!
I'm terribly sorry. I'll bring it right away.
If you're sorry, why don't you let us touch those tits?
I'm sorry, but that isn't that kind of place. Drunk customers would come up to me and give me trouble. But the manager and other staff would come and help me, so I didn't consider quitting because of this. But still, they are such assholes, giving me trouble like that even though they're fully grown men. I was around them when I got into my third year, and I had finished getting most of the credits I needed and increased the number of shifts.
Hey, you work at the place, don't you?
Huh?
We got banned from that place because of you. That was the cheapest place you could get food and drinks. What are you gonna do about it?
Don't say that to me. Could you let me through?
Nope. I won't let you through unless you apologize for banning us. Yeah, why don't you apologize? Come on, put your head on the ground.
Please stop. They're the two that got banned by the manager because they always got drunk and made problems. They both had red faces and seemed very drunk. They blocked my way even though I tried to run. I was so scared that I almost cried. But just then,
Hey, stop! Can't you tell she wants to go?
the man who was walking by came in to stop them.
Why don't you just leave them alone? What are you saying? How could I ignore this situation? Hey, you guys! Do you know her? Even if you did, that doesn't give you the right to hit her! Are you alright?
Yeah, thank you.
What the hell? Do you think you're some kind of hero or something? I'll beat you up if you can't annoy us anymore! Does that badge mean you work for Uwasa Corporation? You'll be fired if you make a problem. I hear they're real strict about their employers making problems. What the hell? Shut up! Well, it won't be a problem if you keep quiet about it. If you don't want to get hurt, you should. Even if I stayed quiet. Look, there's a security camera. If you do anything to this woman, I think I will record it. If you don't mind ruining your lives right now, then do what you want. What the hell? Come on, let's go. I'll let you go this time. But you better watch back.
They said the cheesiest words that even fictional characters wouldn't even say these days and left. Thank you so much. You saved me.
Don't worry about it. But you shouldn't go through this road because not many people walk through here, and you occasionally find people like them.
Yeah, I'll make sure I walk through the main road even if it takes a little more time.
That's a good idea. Can we get going? I'm starving. Yeah, coming. I'll be going now.
Thank you so much. From the next day, I walked down the main road to get to work. I didn't get involved in any more trouble with drunks after that and was able to graduate university. I applied to companies in the restaurant industry, and I got an office job from one of them. I'll continue helping this family. Thanks, but you should use some of that for yourself, you know? You can help the family when you can, and that's more than enough. My mom says that, but my mom and dad's income combined wasn't enough to let my brothers go to university. So I commuted from home and continued paying money to my parents. So I started getting used to the job as well. 1 year later...
I'm Shota Suga. Nice to meet you all.
Is that person by any chance... The man who transferred to my office looked familiar. Hi, I'm Mina Takase. Do you by any chance remember me?
Have we met before?
2 years ago, in a side street behind an izakaya. You helped me when I was in trouble with some drunk people.
Drunk people? Oh, that girl! Yeah, I remember.
You remember? Thank you so much for what you did back then. He was the guy who had helped me from the drunks. After that, I was assigned to the same team as Shota, and we started to talk frequently. We went for lunch or drinks, and we even went to watch movies together.
I feel relaxed when I'm with you, Mina. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Yes, me too. So we dated for 1.5 years and got married.
Congratulations, Shota! You're lucky to have a beautiful wife. Thanks, Tatsuya. Mina, take care of Shota.
Of course. We were blessed by both of our relatives and had a wonderful wedding. But things started to go wrong. My husband told me he wanted to live together in his mother's house to save up and buy a new car. So I agreed to it, but...
When are you going to have a child? Women have nothing else to do but to give birth to children. You're completely worthless, not being able to do the one thing you were born to do.
My mother-in-law was a very oppressive person. She didn't really talk much when I met her, or at the wedding. And not only was she problematic, but Shota also changed his attitude the moment we got married.
I want to show my mom her grandchild as soon as possible. Since my dad passed away 2 years ago, my mom has lost the meaning of life, so please, get pregnant.
I want a child too. But it's stressful being asked when I'm going to have a child every single day.
What the hell? Are you blaming my mom?
I'm not saying it's her fault, but I just want you to tell her to be a little bit more considerate.
My mom is looking forward to having a grandchild. How could I say such a horrible thing? You should try harder. Everything will be fine as long as you get pregnant.
He protects his mother all the time. His mother was his top priority. They would even go to expensive French restaurants while I was out. And they would even go on holidays without telling me. You're back. Where did you go?
Hokkaido. Here.
This isn't a souvenir, is it?
It's the dirty clothes, obviously. Clean it up. My mom's as well.
Why did you go without telling me? Don't you think that's mean?
But my mom will feel left out if you're there. We want to spend time with the family without being interrupted by others.
What do you mean? I thought I became part of a family when we got married.
Family even though you can't have kids? Are you kidding? If you want to be family, why don't you get pregnant? I bet my mom will invite you once you give birth to her grandchild.
My husband kept blaming me for everything, saying that I was infertile. My mother would even go through the sanitary box to check if I was still having my period. I've had enough. I can't get pregnant with all this stress. I at least want to live separately from your mom.
Are you saying that my mom is the source of the stress? I want to divorce anyone who says anything against my mother.
What are you arguing about? I hear something about divorce.
She says she can't get pregnant because of the stress here. What a bitch.
Oh, then I guess you should just divorce her. I don't need a daughter-in-law who can't even have children. But it's your fault that you're getting divorced, so we need compensation.
What? Even though I did nothing wrong? I just wasn't able to get pregnant. Why would I pay a single penny? I'm the one who should get compensation.
Why the hell should I give you money?
You're not making sense at all. I wonder if you've gone crazy because you couldn't get pregnant.
We are getting divorced because you can't have a child. It's your fault. So that's why you have to pay. Do you get it? I've made it so much easier for you to understand.
How could I possibly accept that?
Let's see. The wedding, the living expenses. I think it will be about $50,000 altogether.
50,000? What makes you think I'll pay that? Are you out of your mind?
You're the crazy one. Look, if you're going to get divorced, you pay. You've wasted so much of our time. You better pay.
I've told you I'm not going to pay. It was just when the arguing got intense, the doorbell rang and a voice saying I've brought some crabs came from the other side.
Go and get the door.
Just go, would you? But isn't that voice Tatsuya? Wouldn't it be better if one of you got the door?
I can't be bothered. Just go. That's about the only thing you can do.
Yeah, just go and get the door. Oh no, the tea has gone cold. Pour me some hot tea when you get back. Shota made a motion to throw the remote control, and I got scared and headed to the entrance. The man standing there was Tatsuya, Shota's cousin who lived right across the street.
A person at work gave this to me. I remember you saying you liked crabs, Mina.
Wow, that's gorgeous. Thank you so much.
It seemed like you were having an argument or something. But is everything all right?
Oh, well, it's nothing.
Okay. If you have any problems, don't hesitate to knock on my door. We are neighbors after all. So tell me if you need help.
Okay, thanks. I thought of talking to Tatsuya about it, but it was too embarrassing to say that we were arguing because of my infertility. So I faked a smile and said goodbye. But I regret not telling Tatsuya about it. I wonder if we were going to have another argument. It was when I was trying to get into the house. Huh? Ah! My mother-in-law threw a plant pot from the second-floor balcony. It's true that you can still see things in slow motion in these kinds of situations. I thought I heard my mother-in-law say, I hope you can have a child in the afterlife. The plant pot hit my face. At least I thought so. But the impact was a lot smaller than I imagined.
Are you alright?
Tatsuya! Tatsuya protected me from the plant pot. He hid it away with his hands, and although he got some dirt on him, he wasn't injured.
I'm glad it wasn't a heavy pot. I'm fine, so you don't have to worry about me.
But the dirt...
More importantly... Auntie! What the hell were you thinking? That pot would have hit Mina directly if I wasn't there!
It seems as though Tatsuya realized that she was holding a plant pot to throw it down, so he quickly came back to protect me. The argument after that was intense.
You have nothing to do with this, Tatsuya. This is our problem. I was just punishing the useless wife.
She could have died if it hit her in a bad spot! Say something, Shota! Your mom threw a plant pot at your wife! But she was fine, right? It's her fault because she's useless. Are you seriously saying that? Oh, shut up! This is how we do stuff. It's none of your business. What a load of crap! Mina, I'm sure you're tired of staying in a house like this. You'll probably surprise your parents if you go home all of a sudden. So would you like to stay at my house and think about what you'll do about all this?
Well, would that be alright?
Who says you can do that? Mina has to prepare for dinner after this.
Yeah, you can't just take her. Mina, I won't allow you to go with Tatsuya. I'll make the compensation 100,000.
Compensation? Did you do something, Mina?
No, nothing. They say that it's my fault I can't get pregnant and are telling me to pay $50,000 as compensation.
What the hell? Shota! It could be the husband's fault that you can't have a baby. Haven't you ever thought about the possibility that you're seedless? You should know that too if you're a woman, Auntie. How the heck would I know? How could it be my fault?
Yeah, how could my sweet Shota have any faults? What a terrible thing to say. I won't tolerate that kind of behavior even if you are his cousin.
I couldn't comprehend this unbelievable situation, but I suddenly came back to my senses and spoke. I did a postcoital test, and I got results saying that Shota's stuff isn't very active, and that the number's a little small. I've only tested it once, so I was going to tell you after doing another test, but... They glared at me as if I was the stupid one because it was so sudden. But after fully explaining it to them, they went pale. I should have told you when we were arguing earlier. I thought it was going to be embarrassing for Shota if I said it in front of your mom. And I thought it would be better to tell you after I did another test. So I didn't say, but it doesn't matter anymore. Your mother threw a plant pot at me. I don't give a damn anymore. Let's get divorced. I'm not paying anything, and I'll make you pay compensation, so you better be prepared. I asked Tatsuya if I could stay at his for one night, because I don't know what these people would do to me if I were to stay here, and two of them finally understood what was going on and went mad. This is outrageous! We have to pay?
Are you saying that I'm seedless? What kind of lie is that? I won't forgive you for this! Haven't you had enough? Even without the argument, what you did, Auntie, is a case of assault. If you do get divorced, there's no doubt that Mina will have the advantage. Shut up! We can just say that the plant pot happens to fall from the balcony.
Yeah, it was a coincidence. I didn't do anything wrong. It was all Mina's fault. It's all the useless wife's fault who couldn't even get knocked up.
You're still going on about that? Mina, if you have to take this to court, you can use the security camera footage from my front garden.
Security camera? Oh, that.
Yeah, I got a notice saying that there are quite a lot of robberies recently, so I got it last week. The camera records things that happen here too, so I think it caught you throwing the plant pot at her. If that's the case, you better prepare yourself.
They were shouting something behind me, but I ignored them and followed Tatsuya. I stayed at Tatsuya's for the night and then went back home the following morning. I sent a copy of the security camera footage and the name card of my lawyer to Shota and his mother. They suddenly became quiet and called me, trying to sound sweet as a kitten.
I'm sorry. I won't blame you for saying you're infertile, so forgive me.
Divorce? Don't say such a sad thing. Come back, Mina. I don't want to. If you don't want to pay extra, hurry up and sign the divorce papers and pay the goddamn money. If you have anything you want to say, you can talk to my lawyer. Thanks to Tatsuya, who talked to one of the relatives who was in charge of everything, they raised the white flag and accepted all the conditions and got divorced. He helped quite a bit, so there was enough cash, so they had to sell their expensive bags and kimonos. Ignored the messages in their phone saying that should haunt me in my sleep, but I just ignored and deleted them. It's all her fault anyways. 1 year later, I started dating Tatsuya. It all started when I met with him to say thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Thanks to you, I was able to get divorced.
I'm so sorry for what Shota and my aunt did to you. Shota always was shy and quiet outside, but was bossy to his relatives. I guess he didn't change even though he got married.
I see. Shota saved me from some drunk people from a long time ago, so I didn't think he'd have an ugly personality.
He did that? That doesn't sound like him at all. He was always the one telling me to keep out of other people's business from behind.
Really?
Yeah. There was this one time quite a while ago when I saved a girl who was being trapped by two drunks in the side road. Shota was just saying that we shouldn't get involved because it's dangerous.
So, you were the one that saved me back then, Tatsuya? I completely thought that the person who saved me was Shota. I had been mistaken. The good-looking guy that saved me was Tatsuya.
The one that was telling me not to get involved in trouble was Shota. He lost weight after that because his job was super hard. But I, on the other hand, gained weight because I was really into ramen. But who would have guessed that that woman was Mina? It was quite dark, so I didn't remember very clearly.
Thank you so much for what you did back then. Even this time as well. You've been saving me all this time. Since then, we started talking and started dating a year later. We later got married and lived together in a house a little far from his parents. The house was a present from my brothers who graduated university and started working. Apparently, they made a lot of money through stocks. They bought the stock that their friend from uni recommended them. So the money I paid them was a very good investment.
Did you hear? Shota's house got robbed.
What?
The burglar came in through the balcony door that was open and took gold, valuables, and everything. How unfortunate.
I see. Shota's house was out for sale at the end of the year because they had to pay me the compensation and were robbed of most of their valuables and couldn't continue to live like they used to. I don't know what happened to them after that. I have a happy life, so I don't need to know. I want to have a wonderful life with Tatsuya. It just moved. Look, my stomach, it's moving.
Oh yeah, is this the foot? Or is it the hand? Wow, you can tell the shape from here.
I'm sure it'll be an energetic baby just like you. We were blessed with a baby. My life had only just begun.